Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to episode 13 of the Everton Football Manager series. Today we have got a massive episode. We're going to try and see if we can get Donny van der Beek on the permanent, and also we play Manchester United for the battle to keep third place in the Premier League. Before we get into it, please do leave a like, drop a comment, be sure to subscribe and share the video. So then, let's try and secure Donny van der Beek for at least another season. Basically, we're trying to secure him for as long as we can. We're not going to be able to afford to buy him outright, and I did try and put already an offer in, and they're not happy with it. But if we put a playing monthly fee, at the moment, it's 120,000. We're going to up that to 150,000. We'll match the unused with about 60. Playing wage percentage, we will pay his wages. We will pay all of his wages for the end of the season. Let's make that offer anyway. He will be an important player. We'll leave that as it is, and we will get rid of that if we can. We don't want it to be recalled. Let's make that offer, and hopefully they get back to us with what we want to hear. Now, we've got to sort this team out, because we're actually playing Manchester United now at home, but it's quite a big game, because obviously we're both sort of fighting for that third spot, and unfortunately Gomez is injured. Alan's sent off, so I'm going to put Davies in the box-to-box, and we're going to actually play Delph in the ball-winner midfielder role, and we are sort of down to bare bones at the moment. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. But we're going to roll with this team then. Donny van der Beek can't play, so obviously it's his parent, he can't, it's his parent club. So we're now actually going to have to drop Ali down there and bring on Gray. And now this is looking like definitely a slightly weaker side, and a side which Manchester United could look to exploit. But it's the best team we can play. But obviously, some of the players we can't play because they're injured, banned, or they're on loan. So this is the best team that we can possibly put out. So let's try and go out here and at least get a point if we can, because they are so close to us in the table. Calvert-Lewin through to Davies, Richarlison, a fantastic save from David De Gea. Gray with a ball in off the line there by Luke Shaw, and instantly right off the bat we're on the front foot. But Manchester United are no force that you want to be messing about with. But Calvert-Lewin down the right hand side, a ball in, and I thought it was going to go in, but I think there was an important block there as we get a corner, and we are sort of all over him down this left hand side of the pitch. But this is now obviously a game which we do want to be winning, not only for the points, but we want to prove to Donny that, make the right decision, Sunshine, make the right decision. Obviously, it's not all down to him. Manchester United are probably quite reluctant to loan out a player that is playing so well in the Premier League, and is a big reason why we are above them in the table. But hopefully we can come to some type of agreement. But it looks like we could be approaching the first half with a nice, simple 0-0. Nothing massively created from either side, I'd say. The stats obviously say we've had a few shots, but we've not really done too much, in my opinion. Overall, though, I'm quite happy with this. I mean, 0-0 with a weakened team is definitely not a bad result, as we look to try and get a goal here, though, with Richarlison. De Gea making save after save, I must say. Gray with a ball in, Yerry Mina, and it's gone in. Godfrey, a very scrappy goal. A typical goal that United would concede in real life. Obviously an absolute embarrassment and shambles to watch at the moment. Myself included, I am a fan, but how United fans can show themselves in public is still quite beyond me. It is an absolute embarrassment. As Ronaldo goes down the wing and shuts me up as Paul Pogba equalises. If only he could do that in real life. A 1-1 draw so far then. And we are going to be looking to make some changes. We're going to be getting Gomez on for Davies. Possibly we are going to bring on Tosun as well for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, which might seem controversial, but to be honest, he has been doing very well since he's been playing, and he has been coming on. And what's been given here? Oh, he's offside. Tosun then coming on as well as Gomez. And we're going to keep it as it is. We're not going to overly compensate and send players forward, because a draw would be a good result here. It really would. But hang on, Gomez is through, and the substitutes, what is it with me and substitutes? As soon as I bring on a sub, they're desperate to please, and Gomez has come on and scored a fantastic goal against probably one of the best goalkeepers in the world, and fair play to him. But hopefully we can hold on here. Gray into Richarlison. Oh, there's a bit of a pull in there, I think. Delph, Gray, ball over into Coleman. Still Coleman. Gomez, and again, Andre Gomez, a man that obviously at the later stage of his career, a player that I'm not looking to get rid of either, because when he does play, he delivers. And he's made Manchester United look not only silly, but also just a team which, you know, shouldn't even be in this position. Absolute embarrassment of a club. Richarlison, not really what I'm after there from him, but a 3-1 win, and I'm hoping it stays like this. It does, and a 3-1 win with arguably, I would go to say, a very weakened side from us for sure. I mean, we're missing Decore, we're missing Dele Alli, also a couple other lads as well in there, and I'm hoping that Donny van de Beek sees the light, sees the future that he has at this club. If he was to join this club, he can guarantee to be a star player. The fans love him. He'll never be disrespected. If he goes to United or goes back, he'll be disrespected. The fans will turn on him. The club will turn on him. I really hope we can keep him here. But the next game is against Villa, so I'll get back to you once we've got the lineup. They rejected one. I went into the transfer and looked at it. Now, I'm just going to be, I mean, let's up this then. 150k. Let's go 250k. Put this up to 150. That is the best we can do, realistically. And if it includes a sensible future transfer fee, let's try and do that then. Optional future fee of... Hang on, that is transfer fee, isn't it? Okay, let's put that in then. He's valued at 61. We're not going to be able to afford that, so I'm going to offer 40, and we're going to suggest these terms. Then they're really being tight to budge here. They're really being tight to budge. What are they? If we were to offer them, I mean, it's going to be very difficult, but we offer them 20 million up front, and installments 12. I'm sorry, 12. Oh my God, come on. Wow. I can't. There we go. And we will do this in 7.5 million. So, you know, actually, no, I'm doing them dirty there. No, whoa, I'm doing them dirty. Right, so it's potential value of 35. We need to up that to it's like 40, because that's what I want to offer. Let's offer that and see what they say. But it's looking more and more difficult to keep Donny van de Beek, guys, and it's a player that is going to be so hard to replace, because he's been, honestly, this is not what you want to be seeing. I mean, injury after injury. This always happens towards the end of the season as well. It's really frustrating. Wow, not for sale? Oh, he's been, okay. I was going to say, I would have probably taken Ona. Oh, he went to Newcastle, didn't he, on there? I'm sorry, it's because of my other save. He's sort of a free agent, but hopefully we can keep Donny. If not, we've got one hell of a task to try and replace him, because he has been, well, I mean, he's been absolutely sensational. It's been rejected. I mean, the best I can do for him would be this. Suggest that. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous from the United board. I mean, it's not realistic. It's not realistic at all. We're going to leave it for now, guys, because we can't work with that. And I just think the United board are a little bit salty, to be honest. I mean, hopefully they use him, but they're not going to get the best out of him like we can at this club. We are literally providing him. We're doing everything we can to develop him as a player. He's loving it. You should see him in training. He absolutely loves being here. But obviously, it's not all down to him. At the end of the day, the United board will have a say in his future. And we know what the United board are like. But this is going to be the team we're going to play against Villa in the Prem. Tosun is going to start, which a part of me is actually quite happy for him, because I feel like he's been the hero time and time again. And he does deserve a chance to sort of show me what he can do when he starts. Obviously, being real, he's never going to start ahead of Richarlison when he's fit. But he's got a chance here just to prove to me that, look, he is in for a shout. And maybe the odd game he could start. And Donny with a chance instantly. Great play inside of 3 minutes. Van der Beek with a corner. And here they go on the counter-attack. Digne, obviously an ex-player of ours, Donny, lucky not to get booked there, that is for sure. But this season, we've just got to make the most of Donny. We've got to win what we can with him. If he moves on, he will be remembered as the guy that contributed to a very successful season and also loved by the fans. Because he has been a real big asset to this side. But we can't just sit here and, whimper and cry. If we can't get him, we'll find someone else and develop them into the Donny. And that's what we've got to do. But we've started quite positive here, actually. Allen into Calvert-Lewin, Kenny back to Donny, and that should be a penalty. Ref, don't even need to go to VAR. Use your eyes, son. It's a clear penalty. And who's going to step up? It is going to be Czech Tosun, and it's just about snuck into the bottom left corner. And again, another goal for Czech Tosun. It was a penalty, I know, but it's really nice to see when you've got a player that necessarily isn't respected as, he's known in real life, but you don't really see many people get a Czech Tosun t-shirt, do you? But the fact that he's actually putting in these type of performances is really good to see, and it's just nice to know. But they've got a chance here, and off the line, Coutinho, a very delicate player, and a beautiful chip there, but luckily it didn't go in, and hopefully we can just sort of seal this out to half-time. Donny with a chance here. And it's beautiful. I mean, every time he does something, there's a small knife that goes in my back. There really is. But fair play to him. A beautiful set piece. And we're going to keep the same 11 on because no one's ridiculously tired. And also, we just want to keep getting the goals. I mean, to be honest, it's good for the confidence. Obviously, Tosun's got a goal. Van der Beek's got a goal. Kenny's got a goal. A very unexpected goal scorer. It looked like quite a soft shot as well, but Villa, where are they doing? Or how are they doing in this season? 12th place, just below Brighton. Not not an awful season by any means, but they're not playing like that at all. They look quite weak, to be honest with you. We seem to be getting chance after chance, and that could be offside. He looked a little bit ahead of the man. It's been awarded Czech Tosun then with 2 goals, 1 goal off his hat-trick. We are going to look to take Dele Alli off and bring on Damari Gray. And we are also going to take off Donny and bring on Gomez. They've got one back, though. As I say, we score so many goals, but we also are very, very, very unlikely to keep clean sheets. We do need to strengthen up the back line, but it's difficult now because obviously if we lose Donny, we're going to have to replace him with a midfielder of quite some calibre. And that's going to take up quite a bit of budget. And I don't know how much we're going to get. It's a penalty. It's pointless. No need for it. And that was a weird one as well. Right, let's just stop this when we can before they get another goal. They're very defensive and just seal this game out. But we basically, what I'm trying to say is we're going to have to be very sensible how we use this budget because it's not going to be easy at all. Because I don't know if they're going to be generous with it or whether they're going to be sort of stingy. But we've got to be careful here because Aston Villa have still got time to get back into this. So we're sort of just messing about at the back. Just seal it out here. Seal it out. That should be it. Ref. Jesus Christ, who's reffing this game? Nevertheless, then, a 4-2 win. Again, a little bit of disappointment about the result in the end because a couple of goals there which just shouldn't have really gone in. We just fell asleep. But as you can see so far then in this episode, we obviously beat United, we beat Villa, we've now got Brentford and Leicester in the Premier League. And then in the next episode, we've actually got our semi-final. Obviously, Richarlison will probably miss the semi-final, or will miss the semi-final. So we're going to be playing Tosun in pretty much every game. So hopefully he doesn't get injured as well, because otherwise we are going to have a problem on our hands. But let's get back to you once we've got the lineup for Brentford away, I believe. Guys, this is the team we're going to be playing against Brentford. We've got Pickford, Coleman, Keane, Mina, Delphil's in at left back, Davies, Allen, Van der Beek, Ali, Calvert-Lewin and Tosun. Now, I'm hoping we can go here and replicate what we done, I believe, possibly was in the Cup, I believe. And it was, you know, a reasonably comfortable game. Because right now, if we look at I'll show you when we can. The table's actually this, so I don't know why I went down there. Calvert-Lewin intercepts it, and it's 1-0 inside of 3 minutes, and that's several times teams have just taken way too much time on the ball. If we look here, we are pretty much secured top 4, which is massive, but it's all about now getting off the pitch. A booking. Okay, we'll take it. I just want to show you the league table. Right, let's pause it. As you can see here, 73 points. And then, I mean, it's a 20-point gap. So we've qualified for Champions League, which is ridiculous. For when I took on this job, I think it was literally a mid-table finish they wanted. If I remember, we'll take a look. But I knew this team didn't have the best wingers, so I thought instantly we'll play a narrow formation, which has worked. And then I've literally built the perfect triangle of Ali, Calvert and Richarlison, or in this case Tosun, and it's worked brilliantly. And I've transformed this team into a team which in 3 to 4 seasons might be able to even win the title, depending how recruitment goes. But I've got a real talent for that, to be honest. I've taken over different teams, as I say this as we concede to Brentford, but I've taken over several teams in this game, and sort of in the first season just pulled off something which no one was expecting, and then it's all about maintaining that and progressing from there. And don't get me wrong, finishing 3rd in the first season only means that next season there's going to be a lot of pressure on us, because we're going to have to try and beat it, because we would have been spending money by then. So hope Van der Beek, that's his first mistake all season, and Brentford actually have gone 2-1 up. And I'm hoping that Yari Mina is absolutely shattered. Let's take him off, bring on Holgate. And now we need to get back into this game. Players are looking tired, and it's not looking great. Holgate, back to Pickford. Long ball up to Tosun, and he does it. Tosun, put some respect on his name. Anyone that's made it to this point in the comments, drop a comment. Show some love for Tosun, because he is absolutely killing it. Van der Beek is going to come off for Gomez. And we're also going to bring on Damari Gray and that attack and playmaker role. And hopefully we can go on to get the winner. You never know. But honestly, Tosun, time and time again, I don't know what's got into the guy. He's absolutely loving his football at the moment. Absolutely loving it. We're not going to go attacking though, because as it stands, we're fine to just rack up even if it is a point. We don't want to lose games, that's all. But Delph down this line into Holgate, ball across, and Calvert-Lewin, has he been the star man? He has. What a comeback that is. Tosun and Calvert-Lewin. A few minutes to hold on now against Brentford. And again, it could be potentially a game that we win by a 1-goal deficit. And it is. We are the kings of comebacks and the kings of winning by 1 goal. I don't know how we do it. I don't know how we go from conceding 2 goals quite quickly, or quite easily, should I say, to suddenly scoring goals and then having the discipline to maintain the lead and seal it out. I don't know where that discipline comes from, but nevertheless, we're now going into the big game of the episode, which is going to be against Leicester. I thought it was a semi-final, but it's Leicester in the Premier League, and they're actually 12th, so quite a poor season for them. Rainy conditions, but hopefully we can sort of go there and finish this episode with a win, because we're looking unstoppable at the moment. We are looking unstoppable. So then, guys, this is going to be the team for the last game of the episode. Another injury to the books, luckily for a player that doesn't usually play anyway, in El Ghazi, but he is out for, 7 weeks to 10 weeks. A player that we will look to offload at the end of this season. But this is the team we're going to be playing. And this game, I am semi-confident in, because Leicester are 12th in the league. So, you know, we've been playing that position quite a lot. I mean, we played Brighton that were 12th, then it was Villa that were 12th, now Leicester that are 12th. And I'm hoping that we can come out and, you know, just carry on the dominance, because we've really found ourselves towards the later end of the season. And apart from the start of the season, where things were a bit ropey, we've really sort of developed and adapted to this formation quite well. And now it's just about progressing and building a team that possibly can challenge for the title. I mean, we're third, and we're not that far off a second place finish, to be honest. I mean, we have got a game, you know, we're playing an extra game in Liverpool, but obviously Liverpool's team is absolutely incredible. Yerry Mina needs to come off already. I probably shouldn't have started him. We'll get Keane on, though. That's probably my bad decision to actually start him. I did also go through some scouted players, but a lot of them are either one out of our price range, two are a winger. We don't play wingers, so I didn't even bother. And there's just no one really that we can go in for just yet. But we are 1-0 up, and a few of them goals have been scored this season. Quite scrappy goals where the ball just gets fizzed across, and it's a tap-in quite easy for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And honestly, in a game which there's not been too many chances, we can always rely on Calvert-Lewin to step up. And it's been one of the key things about this team is always having that man up top, whether that be Richarlison, whether that be Calvert-Lewin, whether that be Tosun at certain points of the season. They always come up when they need to, and they get the goals. And, you know, it's really good, because at the moment we can't sort of say to the forwards that it's not really an issue if you don't score, because we can hold out a whole game, and that is ridiculous. Sorry to cut off mid-sentence, but Donny van der Beek, an absolute unit of a player. Again, I'll do anything in my power to keep him, but it's looking less and less likely. But no, we can't really say to our forwards that we've got the ability to not concede, because we are pretty leaky at the back. We are very leaky. We probably concede a goal a game, sometimes two. So we've definitely got to work on that. We're going to bring on Gomez there. We're going to bring on Delford Davies. Who else is looking tired? We'll keep the rest on, I think, actually. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll leave one sub. I always remember to do that in case you pick up any injuries, because I always sometimes get tempted to make 3 subs. But then if you get an injury, you play with 10 men, obviously. But we will hover over the next... we'll actually use the subs. Of course, because we took off Mina for Keane. But hopefully, you never know, possibly get another here as well. Delph, Van der Beek, Gomez, Patterson, Keane. Ball across. We're still keeping this alive. Van der Beek, Gomez, Van der Beek, man. An absolute machine. Just because, you know, I did have an accusation on one of the videos. I've not been tampering with any stats. This is Van der Beek. This is who he is. And the goals he's scoring are absolutely outrageous, I will be honest. But I do have it on, you know, I don't tell him to work the ball in the box. So, I mean, that is why they take pop shots, and this is why I let them take pop shots. You've got Van der Beek in your team, a player that is capable of doing this. We also saw Gomez score a couple like that in this season, and this is now turning into an absolute thumping. Czech Tosun has got his goal. Beautiful to see. I think that's, quote me if I'm wrong, comment below if I'm wrong, but I think every time he's either been subbed on or started, he has got a goal or an assist. That is such a soft penalty if it's been given. No penalty. Okay, so an edge on the box job. Can we keep a clean sheet? It's looking likely. Stuff it. Let's get the time wasting in. Let's try and keep a clean sheet. That's massive. 4 goals, clean sheet to Leicester. Obviously a team which, you know, aren't playing their best football this season, but nevertheless, still a good team, and a team that aren't easy to beat. And you can see there we've qualified for Europa League, guaranteed, but we should also have qualified for the Champions League. Yerry Mina only out for 2 days, which isn't too serious. And in the next episode, you can catch us towards the end of the season now. We take on Leicester in the semi-finals of the FA Cup, Chelsea, Burnley and Liverpool in the Premier League. And that Liverpool game is actually quite a big one, because let's not even say we're in the title race, because they played a game less. But obviously, if we win that, things start to look a little bit more tight. And football, you never know what can happen. But that is going to be the end of the episode, guys. I've loved making it. So if you've enjoyed watching it as much as I've enjoyed making it, please leave a like on the video, drop a comment, do subscribe as well. We're absolutely smashing it. Turn on the little notification bell, because you'll get notified when I upload and when I start streaming. The streams are going to be coming soon. I'm just more focusing on getting some content made, and you know, just getting a few guys in, because then when I do stream, there'll be some people to talk to and stuff like that. Hope you guys do understand about that. But hopefully you've enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.